We are ready.
Alright, I'm Samantha Stamp, as you know me, and I go to Renaissance School, and I've been there since my sophomore year. Before that, my freshman year, I was in CAPS. I really need my CAPS. Don't tell anyone. And my metaphor for high school is that high school is jail for me. It feels like I'm controlled and you have certain responsibilities, you have to follow rules, and you have consequences for not doing what you're supposed to do, which is similar to jail for me. And it's just how it's very interesting. For my senior paper, I did a paper about ivory, which is kind of related to my senior project. It's very interesting because I didn't know really much about ivory. It was very rare and very, like, a lot of money to get ivory, and it was smuggled, marketing, and traded. China is like the largest market, like in the entire world, and the hunters will take the ivory from elephant, which is like a closed process. They'll like shoot down the elephants and then like pull out the ivory, which you just, the big ivory, like 1/3 is actually hollow, and that's where all their gums is, which is gross, and they just take it out and then leave the elephants to bleed them. And so they just leave carcasses to die, and there was a lot. It's pretty sad. And I did a paper to ban the use of ivory so we can preserve them, and also to save the wildlife of elephants because they're going extinct. They might go extinct by 2020. And so yeah, I'm believing that governments really should restrict your law because their punishment for smuggling is actually very too low. It's only like a few $1,000s in a few years in jail, which is like, I think it's wrong. I think it should be like a lifelong sentence and like at least minimum of $1 million. And that's why I've learned about elephants in Ivory. My senior project is related in my paper by animals because I did my project in internship at U.S. Fish and Wildlife Forensics Laboratory that's in Ashland, and it's like the only full laboratory in the world, like entire world. It's like amazing, and all of the like evidence goes to Ashland for processing, and there's different like science fields, and that's, I thought it was interesting. And for internship, they were asking me and my partner Haley over there to make a video, and my mom was like talk to them saying if they make a video and they also have a senior project, it's actually a lot of work. So we thought of like combining internship and senior project. So I was lucky enough that I didn't have to do 2 of them separately because it's a lot of work. We had to like from at least 5 hours of interviews together, like short them down to 30 minutes. And we had me and Haley work together because I have problem listening to it. Haley would listen to it and then I would type down because they want me caption it for deaf hard hearing people so they have access to video, which to you. And me and Haley worked over 30 hours. We stayed up some nights, all night trying to do it, and we were so tired. And I actually can see making video as my career because I would love to make videos, animation, and that may involve editing and actually math because I love math. You have to use like certain maths for animation because you have to like make it right and movements and stuff. And the video, I just asked Brad Foster, my mentor, when they will put the video on site, and he said probably next week, at least, probably June 1st. I can't wait. Then next I'm doing my habits in my life. Wrong. So for problem solving, which you have to use your mind to like evaluate the problems and then find solution. And I chose my work package from physics because it requires a lot of thinking. And when you look at a word problem, you actually have to pick which equation works because there's so many equations for different answers. Like you have to find velocity, time, distance, and stuff like that. It's really complicated, but I love it. And that proves that I did problem solving because I think about the problem, work through it, pick some equation and solve for it. That's why I complete this one. For proof, evidence, or argumentation, I have the paper from my sophomore year, and we were supposed to make a paper and argue our point of view. And this was the only topic I can think of I want to do, and is whether stand against or pro for dog fighting, dangerous dog. So I actually did against, even though I don't have a strong opinion, and I learned that a lot of dogs, like bulldogs, like any kind of breed, they're like strong, and most people consider dangerous, and they were used in dog fights, and I was thinking that could be dangerous. So I actually used this to argue my point because I find sources and information and then find things to back up my statement, because if you just say I'm awesome and you don't have backup statement, it's like empty statement. It's really bad. For self-monitoring and persistence, I chose my quarter goal for health because this project sort of is for a whole quarter, and you're supposed to record every day of what you do and if you accomplish the goal. And my goal was to actually keep up my work and turn in on time in like all classes, but especially health because I tend to not turn in most of my stuff in health. So I did my best, and that's how I try monitor myself, make sure I'm doing the work, and that's how I accomplish the habit of mine. Next is one of my favorite, flexibility and empathy. I really chose my second internship, evaluation, but mostly the internship because flexibility when schedule, because they can't do it during school. They don't have time for me to go in the morning. They don't have afternoon. So I'm flexible and go after school on my own time, which they were happy about. And I would sometimes help them on different days if they need me. Like one day, on Wednesday, they have to help me because one volunteer canceled. So I just went in, I'm like, okay, I'll help, I don't care. I just love helping them because I did my internship at Hope Equestrian Center, and it's for a center for disability people that want to ride horses for like regain them balance, make connections, or they just don't really have connection to the world, and have empathy for them because I know what it's like to have disability. I can't hear, so I can connect them. And sometimes for me, when I can't connect to someone, horse is actually one thing I can connect to the most, because they can understand your emotion. They actually can do. And I just love making kids smile and have fun. There it is, I found it. So, for striving for precision and accuracy, I chose my scrapbook. Wow. I can't see, but yeah. Okay, sorry. I chose it because I've worked really hard. You have to take a picture every week, and I'm actually a perfectionist when it comes to like this kind of project because I like art and I like making it the best I can make it. So I just do my best and make it as accurate as I can. Otherwise, I go crazy. It's like this is not right. I just and that shows that I look for accuracy when I'm working. For curiosity, I chose my dream journal from psychology because we were talking about dreams and what they mean, and we talk about different theories. And I was very curious about what my dreams mean because they're always so abstract and weird and random. So I did my research on that. It was very interesting, and this helps me because I'm not good at typing papers at all. So I use that to improve my writing and also to gain my knowledge, so I actually know what my dream is about and what dreams normally mean. And sometimes they can be symbols or like past memories and like kind of alter. Some dreams are like that. And last, for creativity, this is like my most favorite part of all habit of mine because my most favorite thing to do is making poems. And last year in Sundell's block class, how many of you know Sundell? Yeah, he's awesome. So one of our unit last year near the end was poetry, and we had to make some poems. And to prove that I did creativity, I used my mind and then brought my imagination and used ideas and things like, and then put them onto paper to broaden my ideas. And it's a lot of fun because I'm able to express myself on paper, and you don't have to worry about grammar and punctuation because you can make it any way you want, and it's your own way of writing. I love that about myself because I'm not really good at English writing. It's like I'm trying to improve, but that's what I do. Then, last of all, I think I deserve to graduate because even though I kind of slugged at work, I actually try work my best and try have like the best effort in work and praise, and I want to be able to graduate and then like take a year off and then go to college and major in graphic design, and I want to learn about animation and movies and probably do poetry and publish them. That's what my dream is. And thank you for watching.